Hello everyone, my name is Gorman and I'm an inspiring motivational speaker. I'm also from Ireland, Dublin. I'm going to be starting to put up videos very regularly, and it's all going to be involving about your thoughts, about your feelings, about creating the life that you want, and basically just removing all that negative chatter what goes on in your mind. So the first thing I'm going to be starting to talk about is going to be removing negative thoughts, because we are constantly thinking. Our mind is constantly on overdrive, thinking. And majority of the thoughts we're thinking is about the past, it's about what we've done. So my aim for these videos is going to be helping you become more aware of your thoughts, and also helping you to control your thoughts more and pick which ones what's going to benefit you, because every thought you think is creating a feeling. So it's thought, feeling, and sometimes it's vice versa. Sometimes it goes a feeling and then a thought, so then the feeling will trigger thoughts. And my aim here is to help you generate new thoughts and new feelings. And I'm going to run through a few ways on how to reprogram your mind, because by reprogramming your mind, you're going to program the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is what is in control. The subconscious mind is what is in control of everything. The subconscious mind is like literally 95% of your life. So the way to reprogram your subconscious mind is by consciously doing new things. So if you wake up in the morning time and you go to bed at night time with a worry about, let's say, you have to have a certain exam on time, and you go to bed worrying about that, you're more than likely going to wake up in the morning time and then boom, that thought's going to be arising. And then that thought's going to just keep going on. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And majority of the thoughts we think are negative. And that's how we've been brought up, because it all kind of starts off from our family. So if our family has worries, and we're grown up as a child around our family and they're stressful and worried, they're obviously going to be thinking stressful and worried thoughts. So if we're growing up around stressful and worrisome people, they're going to be inside us then. So when we grow up, get older and older, we're going to have them thoughts of our family members. So then when we grow up, then we have worry and stress inside us, and then it just keeps kind of going on as a cycle. But we can break that. We don't have to be the victim anymore. We don't have to be, it's because of me family. We can't be blaming anymore. I can't be blaming the environment. You know what I mean? And I know the environment has a big effect on it. You know what I mean? Of course it does. Because if you're growing around an environment where there's negative stuff, of course that's going to be in your frame of mind. But it doesn't have to be like that anymore. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. You can take your power back. And the reason why I know this is because I took my power back. I literally took my power back from blaming others, from anger, from sadness. And it's all about forgiving and accepting. Because when you look at it, like, depends who you grew up with. Maybe you grew up with, maybe not your mother or father, maybe it was grandparents. But either way, whoever you grew up in, they were doing the best they could at that time. They were doing their best. They were doing all they knew at that time, and maybe it wasn't so good. Maybe what they were doing wasn't that good. But you have to realise what they were doing was the best they could do. If anybody could do better, they would. You know, the type of way. So whatever your parents, how they grew up and how they raised you then, they did all they could do at that time. And then this is going a little bit deeper. Maybe your parents, they were going through stressful times, so then your parents grew up with that inside them, and then it kind of just keeps escalating. But this is where it stops. This is where it's going to change for you. If you just do these few approaches and few techniques what I explain, your life can change. And I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight. I'm not going to say it's going to happen within a day or two. This takes time. It takes patience. It takes trust, determination, belief, and most of all, love. Love is what will bring you there. Loving yourself no matter what you're going through. Literally. So don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Like the stuff you've been going through, it's been in you a long time. So it was really kind of out of your control when you're younger. You know what I mean? All you know at that age is just to take in stuff, because when we're quite young, our subconscious mind is when we're younger, up to I think it's around 5, 6 maybe, that our subconscious mind that's all we have. So anything we're feeded at that age, that's all getting put into us. So that's all we know, and then we start to develop a conscious mind and start trying to make decisions of our own. But as I said earlier in the video, our subconscious mind is 95%. Is 95% of in control of our life. And this is where it changes. This is where it really will change if you just, as I said, do these few techniques, and it will work. It will work. Like if you listen to many successful people or spiritual people or anybody who's changed their life around, they'll tell you exactly how they done it. And it's like there's only a few approaches to it, you know, that type of way. But you have to do the work. It's like if you want to go to the gym and you want to get big arms, or you want to get big chest, or you want to get muscle, you have to train it. You know that way. So if you want big biceps, you have to do bicep curls. You have to train in a specific way. And say example, you go for the gym for 1 week. You go to the gym for a week, you do bicep curls, and then you stop going and don't go for another few months. What's gonna happen? You're gonna lose that progress. You're gonna lose that development you had. And there's a saying: if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it. And it's the same with your mind. If you don't train it in a specific way, and you don't consistently keep doing it, it's gonna fade. So you have to realize your mind, your brain, it's a muscle. It needs to be trained in a specific way. And I'm not saying you're not using your brain, but you're not using it in a more. You can use it in a more effective way. You can use it in a way where it can actually make you feel better, strive more, achieve better things, live a better life. And the only way I know this is because I'm experiencing it. And when I first started off doing all this inner work and like reading the books and affirmations, meditating, and doing me visualizations, before when I just started all this, it was very challenging. You know what I mean? I was just like, is this even working? How? But I didn't give up. I just did not give up, because I knew I couldn't go back to the way I was living. You know, the type of way I didn't want to go back to the way I was, which was like doing what everyone was doing, drinking, partying. And I don't have anything against that, you know what I mean? I don't even want to keep bringing that up. Like, I don't want to bring that up, but that was the reason why I changed. You know, the type of way. And I'm not saying you have to give it up forever, but just balance it out if you can, you know what I mean? But there's so much more to life than just living for the weekend. We have this amazing power inside us. This energy force, this pure love, this absolutely incredible intelligence inside us, what wants to give us everything, what we are everything, but we're blocking it. We're literally blocking it with certain things. As I said, alcohol and drugs and certain foods, you know what I mean? If you abuse that stuff, it's gonna block it. It's going to block it. I'm not saying you have to give all that up stuff forever, or just try a new approach. Look at does this stuff you do in your life make you feel good? Is it working for you? Do you wake up after doing that certain thing the next day and say, oh, do you know, I'm glad I done that. Felt so good. I feel so good now I've done that. You have to weigh up the odds. Is it working or is it not? And by judging that, is saying, do I feel good after, or do I not feel good? And that's how you know, that's a clear indicator if it's working for you or not. So just remember, like, we're meant to be living in a joyful, loving, happy life. And I know we go through some difficult times, but that's just to wake us up to find this intelligence inside. And that's because I found it. And we all have access to it. And the more I get to know it, the more I can specifically tell people about it and try wake them up and help them live by it. And I'm not saying that I don't get tough days or I don't get struggle days. That still happens, but no, it's nowhere near as bad as the way it used to be, because I know I'm in control of it much more. As in, I just accept and let it go, and I know that I'm safe and everything's good. So I'm gonna run through a few little techniques on how to actually start removing these negative. It's not even you have to get this energy force or this love force inside you. You already have it. You already are it. You already are it. You know what I mean? You have it already. You are it. It's just that it's blocked. We don't need anything to put inside. We just have to remove stuff. We literally just have to remove what we have it blocked with. Like, you know, all of our chakras, they're just blocked. They're just blocked from childhood trauma, from teenage stuff, maybe when people slagged you, maybe being bullied, maybe being a heartbreak, maybe being you are overweight and you lost that weight and you still have them thoughts, maybe you done drugs, maybe you had lots of money and you lost it. It doesn't matter, but it needs to be healed. It needs to be healed, you know, that type of way. So that's why there's certain things blocking who you are from past stuff, and that's why past is gone. It's never to return again. It's over, it's done. So forgive yourself. Whatever happened then was supposed to happen to make you into who you are now. And if you haven't healed it, don't be scared. Everything's okay. Look around you, look at your body, look at your hands, you know what I mean? You're alive, you're breathing, you're blessed. That's the main thing. If you wake up in the morning time, that you've been chosen to live another day, and that means you have a valuable reason to be here, a valuable purpose. And my aim is to try help you find that. I'm gonna write down a few little techniques on how to help remove them negative patterns. Right. So the first one is gonna be affirmations. Right? Affirmations. So what affirmations is words what you would say to yourself. I'm actually constantly saying affirmations to ourselves every day. Affirmations are just words, just thoughts basically. But this is, you're gonna actually purposely say these words to yourself. So, I am. See, the word I am. That's the most powerful word you can use to command yourself. Because I am commands your mind and your body. It commands both of them. So when you're ever saying something, always use I am. I am happy. I am joyful. I am prosperous. I am loving. I am now working at the job I love. Whatever you want specifically in your life, use them affirmations. Use them towards what you want. We all have different goals and choices. So whatever situation you are in your life, use that word I am for anything. I am rich. I am happy. And I'm not saying it just comes to you straight away, but what you're doing is you're reprogramming your mind. You know, the type of way. So if you have if you've loads of negative thoughts, say if you've 10 negative thoughts, and then you just say that word, I am happy, then you're putting in a positive thought there. And the more you put in them positive thoughts, and then the less negative ones, and stops using the less negative, then your positive ones are gonna come up here, and the negatives are gonna start dropping. So you basically have to just reprogram your mind. So you're just putting in them more positive thoughts, and then your negative ones will just slowly start fading away. But this takes time. This takes patience, practice. Because think about it, you've been having negative thoughts since years and years. So if you're going to start programming your mind from now on, it's going to take time. But you're living life anyway. What's the rush? It'll be worth it, trust me. So stay patient, it will work. So I am. Always use I am. So example, I am happy. I am happy. I am loving. So whatever word and what that is, that's going to generate good feelings inside you. You know, the type of way. Maybe at the start when you start doing the affirmations, it might not, you might not believe it, but just Stay consistent, you know what I mean? Start looking at yourself in the mirror and loving yourself. And that might be hard for a few people, but you are all you've got. You're the only one who can love yourself. If someone else loves you, that doesn't make you love yourself. You have to love yourself. No one else can do that. Only you. Only you can do that. And you deserve it, you know what I mean? We've been through it. We've all been through a lot. We all have a story to tell. Nobody's pain is stronger than yours. We all have pain is pain. You know that type of way. So just remember, at any given moment in time, you can change your life. So there's words, affirmations. I am happy, I'm loving. So that's going to reprogram your subconscious mind. And the only way of reprogramming the subconscious mind is by consciously doing things now. Consciously saying these words to yourself. You know that type of way? And then there's another one. There's another one as well. Imagination. Basically start imagining your life being better. So even if you're in the worst case scenario, start imagining your life the way you want it to be. And at the start it's going to be all fuzzy and it's going to be all over the place, but don't give up. You know, as I said, back to the biceps situation, it's back to anything you start doing. Even driving a car, even playing an instrument, it's always difficult at the start, but the most best thing you can ever learn and train is your mind. Once you get your mind right, everything else falls into place. If you train your mind so good and you go to learn anything else like that, because you know how the mind works. So imagination, start visualizing good things for yourself. Start believing that it's going to happen, because this is how the law of attraction works. You know that way. It doesn't matter what case scenario you're in. If you start imagining stuff and affirmations, you start feeling it. The mind can't tell between present moment and future. So if you start visualizing better things for yourself and you start feeling the feeling of that future, your body thinks, okay, I must be in this moment now. And then the events start coming to you. That's how the law of attraction works. You know that way? So affirmations. And then one of the key ones, one of the main ones for me, what literally shifted my whole life. It literally changed my life, like, to a higher stage. And I only started to proper do it literally, I'd say, a bit over a year now, straight. I haven't missed a day of it. Every day I do it, more, even sometimes twice, 3 times a day. And I start to be mindful now. I actually just start being in the moment more. So this is it here. Meditation. Meditation is the most powerful tool you can use to actually to be you, to literally tap into this oneness, to this pure love. Words don't explain this. Words literally do not explain this feeling. It's like we all are. I'm no different than you. I'm the exact same to you. We live different lifestyles. That's the only thing what separates us. But we're one. We are one. We're the same. Not the physical. You have to stop believing it. Get out of the physical. Get out of your 5 senses. Your smell, your hear, your touch, your taste, your see, whatever. You have to go beyond them. You have to start believing in the unseen. People use the term, I'll believe it when I see it. But no. That's not the way the law of attraction works. You have to believe it before you see it. And then you'll see it. That's the way it works. That's the way faith works. That's what faith is. Believing in the unseen. So as I said, meditation. Sitting there a few minutes a day, because what meditation does is it actually makes you observe, it makes you be more aware of what thoughts are going through your mind, because we have thousands of thoughts a day. So it's very hard to actually remember which thoughts you're thinking. So when you start meditating, you'll start to be more aware of what thoughts you're thinking, and you'll start to be saying, oh my God, am I actually really thinking them thoughts from when I was 6 and when I fell out of a swimming pool or something, you know what I mean? Something so simple and silly. You have to release them. Start living in the now. All them past thoughts and all, they don't matter anymore. They're holding you hostage. They're stopping you from growing. So meditation will help you observe more on what thoughts you're thinking and how you're feeling, and it will slow your thoughts down. and it'll help you be able to not let them thoughts control you. And when you stop letting them thoughts control you, then you start to put in them affirmations, what I said, the affirmations. Then you start, and when you start not acting on them negative thoughts you have and start feeding the positive ones, then you can act on the positive ones. You know the type of way. For anyone just only listening to this who's not aware, look at this video a few times and look at other people's videos, the spiritual masters and successful people, because that's where I learned all my stuff, and as well as books as well. Take it one step at a time, you know what I mean? Don't get too overwhelmed, too stressed and say, oh, this is too much, I'm not ready. You always are ready. It's just that you're deciding not to be. You're always ready. Your spirit is waiting for you. It's waiting for you, calling for you. Calling for you to say, I'm here, I'm ready, I want to give you everything I want to. You know the type of way. So meditation, just following your breath. The way it works is when you sit down, take a seat down in a quiet area. And when you close your eyes, you're going to have loads of chatter, loads of chit chat. Same when I started, loads of chit chat. I was like, what the hell? And I got a bit overwhelmed, and maybe I ran away once or twice, but then I said, no. How am I ever going to make this work if I don't sit down and do it? So I sat down, and what I do is to bring myself in the moment is I follow my breath. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And when I'm doing that, I'm whispering to myself what I'm doing. So at least then the thoughts I'm saying is what I'm doing in the present moment. So I'm like, Alan's breathing in, Alan's breathing out. But I'm saying this in my mind, like with a light, soft voice, like, and then eventually I'd let the voice slowly go away, and then I'd let the breath just go in. I'd follow the breath, you know what I mean, with my awareness. But I'd stop saying the words. But then if I feel thoughts coming in again, I'd say my name again. And just keep doing that practice over and 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 over. You have to keep doing it. I still do it from this day, but I don't have to use the thoughts anymore. I've cleared my mind a lot now, so I can actually sit there with no thoughts, you know, that type of way. But that's like over, it's a year and a few months practice non-stop. You know the way I just took it on, like I was like fully committed to it. You know what I mean? I was literally committed to it. So that's a few techniques on how to do it. And I really do hope this video helps, and I'd be very grateful if you liked or subscribed this, or even shared it to a friend and think that's going to help somebody, because honestly, like, my aim in life is to help you transform into who you really are. Remove all them negative patterns, because I know how hard it is. And all I want to do is share all this stuff, and the more work I do, the more I can give. And that's my aim. I want to give and help a lot of people, billions. I am going to be helping billions. That's my goal and aim, and I see it every day. And we deserve to live a happy life. We really truly do. And be financially free and have a happy family. Anything you want, you deserve to have that, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. So I hope this video really helped, and as I said, share with a friend or do whatever, but just you don't even have to like, you don't even have to subscribe, just look at it. I just hope it helps, but I would be appreciated if you did like and subscribe, and just got me out there to share this with more people, because I want to touch many people's lives. That's my mission on there. That's my purpose. So thank you so much. Thank you.